So I'm going in with the liquid latex, so the nose and scar wax has something to grab onto. And I'm going to blend it into my skin with Vaseline to make it look more natural and not clumpy. So now I'm going to do the bottom bit of the cut, and I'm going to go in with the nose and scar wax again, and I'm going to use my scalpel to just kind of define how I want it to be. I'm going to go over the top with a bit of foundation so it's the same colour as the rest of my face. So I'm just going to use some BRUISE gel to enhance some colours around the cut. I'm just going to use my finger to dab it out. I'm going to go in with my scalpel again just to open up the cut a bit more. You would usually get like a thicker blood than usual because it's kind of drying and it's scabbing over. So I'm going to use a coagulated blood gel. So now I'm going to go in with a thinner blood. And there's your broken nose.
It's going to be a bit healed, so it has to have that redness, a bit of yellow, purple, blue. So the most important thing is to get reference picture online. The next step is to go with some purple and blues mixed together, not too much, but you have to really define the bruise. You can also add some brown. At this stage of the healing, you need to have some blue coming out, so I'm going to be a bit more intense on the blue. I'm then going to add some yellow as the bruise turns yellow when it starts healing. You want to stay very subtle so it doesn't look fake. If you're working with your fingers, I do right now, get some wipes close by because you don't want to mix the color too much. Don't forget to blend it well into the skin so it doesn't look like a fake spot. And that's it. That's how you get like a fake bruise in 1 minute.
I'm going to start off just by popping on some moisturizer. Then I'm going to move on to applying a very lightweight foundation just with a sponge. Bouncing off the sponge onto the skin will really help you get coverage, but it will be a little bit more natural. You want to make sure that you're also taking this color down the neck. Next, I'll be moving on to concealer. I'm going to be using this to disguise any pigmentation. Just using a sponge just to blend that in. Next, I'm going to be using a darker foundation. This is just for my areas that are a little bit darker, just to keep everything in balance. I'm going to be highlighting the center of my face. Then you also just want to blend that out using the same sponge. I'm going to be bronzing the outskirts of my face just to give my face a little bit more definition and warmth. And that's how I get my flawless base.
So I'm just going to start by taking an orange cream-based product, and the reason why cream is so much better than powder for this is because you just get way more of that blurred effect and the pigment is so much stronger. So you just want to swipe that on all across the lid and winging it out. So I'm just going to be packing a gold pigment in the inner corner, and this is just going to really make the look pop. Now lastly, I'm just going to be adding a clear gloss over the entire eye. I'm just going to keep blurring out the gloss but making sure it's controlled so it doesn't look too messy. And going back in with that gold. And that's the look complete, and that's how I get my orange glossy editorial eye.
First thing I'm going to do is take a fluffy brush and dip into my yellow shade, and that's going to be the base for our rainbow eye. So I always find it really easy to go in circular motions, and that way my blending's pretty much done. Focusing that towards the front of the eye. I'm going to take an orange and sort of go into that and create a transition shade. Then I'm going to dip into my pink, just using the same technique. So taking a fluffy brush, I'm just going to buff away any harsh edges. Then I'm going to dip into my purple and bring that under the eye. And just winging it out ever so slightly, just to create a bit more of an angular shape. Just bringing that under the eye. Dipping into my blue, I'm just going to take that further towards the inner corner. Then just taking a fluffy brush, I'm just going to clean up any fallout. To finish off the look, I'm going to apply some lashes. So this is my finished rainbow eye look. I hope you enjoyed watching this.
I'm going to start by taking red eyeshadow and I'm just going to blend it. You do not even have to be precise. You just keep building up the blur until you're happy with it. Now I'm going to take a lip liner and I'm just going to start adding in depth. We're going to use two different types of a red lipstick. We're going to use like a darker red. And then going in with the lighter red. And then we're using a tiny bit of black eyeshadow in the outer part of the lip. Once all the depth's added, the last step to do is just add a pigment. So you could either do white or you could do like a blue, but I think I want to do like a pink. And that's how you get the perfect snob lip.
So I've already put concealer down and I'm just going to really quickly map out the shape of the eye with a yellow eyeshadow. And I'm taking it down into my inner corner to open up the eye and create a false cat eye. Now I'm going to just start to fill in the colours. So we're only using 3 colours, we're using yellow, orange and red. So I'm just placing the colours down and then as soon as they're down I'm going to start to blend them out with the colour that I used before. And I'm going to use a liquid eyeliner pen just to add in that wing and draw my cat eye. And I just put some coal liner in my lash line so there's no skin tone coming through. Now I'm just going to pop on some mascara. And I'm done. So if you want to pop some lashes on, you can pop some lashes on. If not...
So I start in this outer corner and I'm just following the natural eye line, so where my bottom lashes go. And then I'm going to go straight into the inner corner and mark it out as thick as I want it. And then I also mark out the middle as thick as I want that. So now I'm just going to connect those lines up. So because my crease in my eye isn't too high, I haven't got a lot of space, I try to keep my liner quite thin so I don't block out the whole of the lid. And with the flick at the end, I think it always looks nicer if it's shorter than your brow. So I try and keep it nowhere near this line here. So I've gone about halfway. And then I just make sure it's right to the lash line, so there's no gaps. And that's how I do my winged liner.